5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
You are listening to The Bad Boy Radio Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. This is that real shit, not that fake shit. The only radio show that's not afraid to tell you the truth about the game. This is The Bad Boy Radio Show. Remember, the truth is inside you.
Yo, what's going on, people? What's poppin'? You have tuned into The Bad Boy Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. Miles, what's poppin'? What's going on, man?
Chilling, man. Out here getting it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Fucking, they can't hide the money from me no more, nigga.
Exactly.
I got my fucking flashlight with night vision and all that shit, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I got an infrared beam on the money, nigga. You feel me?
That's how I gotta go, man. That's how I gotta go. So today, today's topic, we're gonna be talking about the importance of having game. Okay, so we're gonna get deep into this shit because, you know, there's some people out there that they don't know what the deal is. You feel me? But before we get into that, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna get into some news. You guys are listening to The Bad Boy Show.
Master the game and join dating and life coach Mr. Locario live in New York City on Saturday, March 25th in Times Square for the Bad Boy Seminar. Mr. Locario has some exclusive realistic approaches to the dating game that will help you be successful with women. Purchase your tickets at MrLocario.com. Space is extremely limited, so pick up your tickets today at MrLocario.com. That's MrLocario.com. MrLocario.com.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.
All right, we are back on The Bad Boy Show. So, guys, there's some shit popping off in the news. I was on Facebook, and every fucking person is talking about this Remy Ma dissing Nicki Minaj, song. You feel me? So if you've been living under a rock, you didn't know that Remy Ma, she came out, she did her verse over the ether beat, and it's called Sheether. Okay, so she came out with the joint.
Oh, that's what that is?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I've been pronouncing it wrong the whole time. At first I thought it was I read it wrong. I thought it was shelter. and then I was like wait, Shether?
Right.
Like I thought she was making up some new word, but I get it now.
Man.
Ether, I got it.
That's
right.
crazy. But yeah, so she
all right.
Remy Ma's going in, and it's funny because you can tell that she had this bottled up for like years. Like she was waiting for the time.
It was only a matter of time. I was like, how the fuck, like when she got out of jail, I was like, okay, the first thing she gonna do is diss Nicki Minaj.
Right.
I was waiting for the shit, but then when she didn't do it, I was like, oh, maybe her and Nicki is like cool or whatever.
Right. Because they've been acting like they were cool sort of for a while. Like, oh no, she's great and this and this and that, all that fake shit. But then it's like, this shit comes out because when it comes to women can't share. You feel what I'm saying? It always has to be one bitch. That's it. You understand?
No, exactly.
In any situation, it's like this is like just like when you fucking with a girl. Like you say to your girl, like, listen, there's room for you and this other chick, and then she's like, nah, I gotta be the only one. I gotta be the number one chick, son. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why all that bullshit is happening, man. But see, she said she said some shit about her brother who was allegedly accused of being a pedophile. She said some shit She said some shit about how she fucked Drake and Wayne and Trey Songz and all of this other shit.
Yep.
And Trey Songz denied it.
How Meek Mill couldn't fuck her for 3 months because her fake ass it needed to get
reattached
to some inject more shit in there or some shit.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck, boy? And then this is the funny part. Meek Mill was. They have a video of Meek Mill in his car or whatever, listening to the damn the diss record, and I'm like, yo, Meek Mill be looking too weak right now. Like Meek Mill needs to chill. Like he keeps showing people that he's whack. You feel what I'm saying? Like, dude, like relax, dog. Like chill. Like what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? But it was funny though. They actually had a video of Safari in the barbershop getting a haircut, and they was playing the song while he was getting his haircut. I'm just like, yo, this shit is too much. I'm like, god damn. Right. But see, look, if I was Nicki Minaj, right, I wouldn't say shit to her. I would just let the shit pass. I wouldn't say a fucking thing. I would let the shit die down, and that's it. You feel what I'm saying? That's it. Because if you think about it, if Nicki Minaj responds or says anything or tries to do something, yada yada yada, all that would really be is an ego thing, and also to appease the raw hip hop crowd. You feel what I'm saying? And the thing is this: you gotta look at it. Okay, in this situation, okay, think about it. If you Nicki Minaj and you selling millions of records and you got millions of fans, right, and you making millions of dollars, right? Why do you care? What's to me in that position, the most important part to me is getting this paper. You feel what I'm saying? So if I'm getting this paper, why the fuck am I going to even bother to indulge in the bullshit unless it's going to be something that's going to get me more paper? Because to me, her responding to Remy Ma is only going to help Remy Ma. You feel what I'm saying? That's it.
Right, exactly. But I'm going to tell you, they said that the reason why this whole shit came is because Nicki said some shit about, she did a verse on the Gucci Mane album.
Right.
And she said some shit about, oh, you the queen of this shit, but you had like one album and it flopped or some shit.
Right,
you had one album and the rest was flopped.
Right.
But I tend to think she's talking about Little Kim, if anything.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
I think Remy Ma is just like, she's like, damn, I came out of jail and my career is still shitty, so let me do something to fuck up the game.
Right.
Because Kim already lost the shit, so maybe if I assume the position, I could gain some type of notoriety off a beat. You know
right, exactly. And I'm just like, I'm just like, look, you go, I can understand, the whole argument, because people's like, yo, but she gotta respond, because if she don't, then she can't call herself hip hop and all this other shit and yada yada yada. And if you're the type of person who likes hip hop, then I feel you. You feel what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about no hip hop shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's just me personally. Maybe, I don't know, maybe if it depends, because maybe if like somebody was trying to like holler at me on some shit that I really take serious, then I could understand it. But I don't know how serious Nicki Minaj take the rap shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, is she, because I'm like, if you just doing it for the paper, then keep doing it for the paper. You understand what I'm saying? If you doing it because you want some backpack hip hop shit and you want to be like, oh, I'm the best, then you're gonna have, I guess you're gonna have to respond. You feel what I'm saying? But
right.
Yo, she needs to, and this is the thing, she needs to fucking get some ghostwriters up in there. She needs to fucking holla at Safari and tell him to help her write some shit. Like, she need to do something.
And Remy Ma made mention of that too, about how once she dropped Safari, none of her verses was hot no more.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Which is true.
Right.
Which is true. Technically, that's true. Once she broke up with Safari, she didn't make no more hits. And we all know that her and Safari wrote the rap together, because when you listen to Safari's music, you straight listening to Nicki Minaj.
Exactly. Exactly. So you already know. You already know what it is. So I'm just like, it's just like crazy, because she's in a really interesting spot right now, Nicki Minaj, because, if she don't respond, everybody gonna be like, oh, you whack, Remy Ma got you, blah, blah, blah. So I guess it fucks up her credibility in the hip hop circles. You feel what I'm saying? But like, the thing is that if she respond and it's a good response, it's like, it's only going to help out Remy Ma. You feel what I'm saying? Even if her shit, even if Nicki Minaj shit is tight, it ain't going to matter. You feel what I'm saying? is all it's gonna do is gonna blow up Remy Ma and give her more publicity and more promotion and all that other shit. Because then what's gonna happen is, because I guarantee you Remy Ma got another fucking verse or something waiting in the stash just in case, you know, she say some shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because Remy Ma sound like a battle rapper. You feel what I'm saying? She sound like the female, like a female version of Cassidy, especially on that fucking rap. You know what I'm saying? On that Sheether shit. Like she was just going in with straight facts. Just like I was listening to it, and I shit you not. It was at one point I was like, yo, I was like, she going too far, yo. She going too far. I was like, yo, you know when you see somebody in a fight, and they just beating a person ass, and then they just beating them, and they just on the floor, and you gotta pull them off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, stop, chill. All right, he had enough.
Exactly.
Come on, get up, like, chill.
Like throwing the towel, my nigga.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you. I was listening to somebody interviewed Drake in the UK, I think, and they put the interview on World Star, and I was listening to that shit. And Drake was like, he talked some real shit, and he was talking about how, like, you know, the majority of my catalog, you know, niggas want to act like I ain't write the majority of my shit. Like he's like anybody that knows me knows I'm one of the greatest writers out now. Like what I do, I write for other people, but sometimes depending on the song, I get a collaborative effort popping, and that's just how it goes. Like he said like the whole second verse to Rico was all him, but he's like, sometimes, you know, you got to talk to other people and get ideas, but he's like, all of us is in the room together. It's not like one person is just doing all the work and then I'm coming in and just spitting the rhymes. Like, it's called a collaborative effort for a reason and blah, blah, blah. But the most important part, okay, there were two parts that stuck with me. Is he said, you know, it seems like Meek Mill just kind of came out of, you know, a place of emotion and just wanted to say something because he was, I don't know, maybe he felt some type of way that, you know, I was so popular and doing what I was doing. And, you know, he was like, that's kind of whack because, you know, it's like, it's not really what you really want to be doing. Like, we're here to make good music. And he said, if you asked Meek Mill if it was worth it, he said, I bet you he would tell you no.
Right, exactly. You know I heard that shit. Yeah.
He said the nigga was coming from a place of emotion. And then he talked about the fact that he made Charged Up real quick. And he said he did it just to see if the nigga was ready. And he said after he made Charged Up and the nigga ain't come out with nothing, he said he realized he wasn't ready. Right. He said when he realized he wasn't ready, they brought some nigga with some beats into the studio and they played a joint. And he said the joint sounded slow. And he told 40 to speed up. He said he liked the drums. And he said, yo, 40, speed up the drums. Because, you know, shit is kind of slow. And he said the nigga 40 put the track on and just sped up the whole track. And once he sped up the whole track, the shit sounded dope. And he was like, yo, he said the nigga came in the evening. He said I had back-to-back finish at 4:30 in the morning that we released it 4:30 in the fucking morning. Right. Now, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying now. You want to talk about purpose? You want to talk about a bad boy? You want to talk about a real nigga doing his thing, right? You come at me, one of the hottest niggas out, telling everybody that I'm a ghostwriter and all this shit. Right. I put out a teaser track, and you not ready, and then the nigga was on his ass, pause, and released the second joint. Finished the second joint at 4:30 in the morning.
I know, right?
4:30 in the morning? No, listen to what I'm saying. 4:30 in the morning. That means the nigga didn't sleep. That means the nigga said, nigga, you want to fuck around with me and tell niggas that I use ghostwriters and try to discredit my shit. I got something for your ass. And on top of that, you wasn't ready. Right. You wasn't ready? So the nigga brought the beat to me at like 9, 10 o'clock at night. And I stayed in the studio with my niggas and released and finished up the joint at 4:30 in the morning.
Fucking crazy.
Son, that's a nigga that's about his shit. Say what you want about Drake, son. say what you want about Drake, but for the fact that the nigga stayed in the studio and finished the joint 4:30 in the morning, because remember, if you remember, he released Charged Up, right?
Right.
And wasn't it like a day later or 2 days later? He came out with back to back.
Yeah, it was quick. That shit was quick. It wasn't even, you know what I'm saying?
Like, it was quick because before I read it, because I was vibing off of Charged Up, because a lot of people, once back to back came out, a lot of people was like, oh, Charged Up was kind of weak. It was kind of whack. But my nigga, I like Charged Up because Charged Up was, I like songs that have that like groovy type of laid back, cool type of groove to it.
Right.
And when you listen to Charged Up, it was real cool. It was real cool. And he was spitting the same shit. And then in the hook, he was like, I'm charged up. Right. And he was saying it like it was cool, but it's like, yo, I'm charged up, nigga. Like, I'm charged up. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And you know what's funny?
I like the symbolism. I like what he was doing with that track. But before I could even get used to Charged Up, the nigga dropped back to back. And I was like, oh, shit, it's fucking over, son.
Right. And you know what's funny?
He finished the joint at 4:30. Hold on, not to cut you off, but he finished the joint at 4:30 in the morning.
Right. No, but
that means the nigga was dead serious. Like, yo, I'm on your ass. Ghostwriter or no ghostwriter, I'm on your ass, nigga. I'm finishing this shit 4:30 in the fucking morning and releasing it the next day for your bitch ass. Man.
Nah, and this is the thing. See, the reason, you know, I remember when that shit came out, the Charged Up joint, and then all Meek Mill did, or I think it was on Instagram or something, he was like, oh, that shit was soft. Like, he just made a comment about it. You feel what I'm saying? And then so that's when Drake probably knew, okay, this nigga ain't, he ain't even ready, so I'm about to just kill him with it. And see, if you notice, Meek Mill made a decision based just off of emotion. You feel what I'm saying? Yep. And Drake made his decisions based off of logic and reason. And he was like, all right, I'm going to do this because of this and make this happen because of that. You feel what I'm saying? And so
logic, reason, and strategy.
Right. You see, which is game. That's what game is. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep. Real
and so
and yeah, that's basically the point I'm trying to bring across.
Right.
That's a nigga with purpose. You understand?
Right. And so that's what that already shows you right there. You feel what I mean? Like this nigga Drake was on top of his game. This nigga Meek Mill was just doing shit on the whim of his emotion. It's just like, nah, son. And then look at how this shit came out.
That's the same thing Drake said. That's the same thing he said in the fucking interview. He was like, yo, I realized that nigga came out with this shit just based off. He said he must have been going through some shit with Nicki or something.
Right.
But he was going through something and he just popped off of emotion. And then when I did Charged Up just to see what he would do. When I realized the nigga wasn't ready, I was like, yo, I'm on his ass. Because he said that he said he didn't want to reveal a person's name, but he said somebody was in the studio around this, you know, they was working, and somebody came to the studio and was telling him, yo, you need to go in on this nigga. Like, you need to finish this shit so he'll never ever think about fucking with you ever again.
Right, exactly.
And he said they stayed in the studio and fucking finished that shit at 4:30 in the morning, son.
That shit crazy.
What?
That shit crazy.
What?
That's how it go, man. That's how it fucking goes, people. And so now with Nicki Minaj, man, she got some, man. I'm just sitting to wait to see what happened. But you know, I would tell her to fall the fuck back. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I would tell her. Like, fall the fuck back and all she gotta do is fall the fuck back, come out with another fucking hit or some shit, and if anything, just throw some subliminal joints in the hit, and you good. Just keep it fucking moving.
And you good.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think Remy Ma did. She oh man, like she did, like, because you know, like certain motherfuckers, like, you know, they just sort of jab you here and there with the raps and they'll say a line here. Like, Remy Ma took every fucking thing out and just, like, it was just ridiculous. I was like, God damn. Like, what do you know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't heard someone get dissed that bad. Because even Drake didn't diss Meek Mill that bad. Like, Drake's diss was more like, you know what I'm saying? It was tongue-in-cheek, kind of funny, you know, in certain parts. Like, Remy Ma's diss.
It was charming. It was
Dude, Remy Ma's diss was like murder, son. That shit was just like, God damn. Like, I'm sure Nicki Minaj was crying. Like, it was tears probably coming down the eyes. Oh my God. Like that shit crazy, man. I'm like, oh man, that shit crazy. And it's funny though, because ain't it funny how the woman is going harder than the niggas? You feel what I'm saying? Like that shit crazy.
Yeah. But they kind of have to, because we're better than them.
Right, exactly. That's exactly. Anyway. Oh God. Anyway, so in other news, Trump revoked the transgender bathroom rights. Okay, so he basically, so he's saying that the transgender people can't go into the bathroom that they identify with. So I guess if you were born a guy and you transition to a woman or something, you still have to go in the guy's bathroom. Like you can't go in the girl's bathroom. That's what they're saying now? Is that the thing? I think that's the thing.
What they're saying, yep.
Right. So I'm just like, to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I'm just like, yo, man, like it's just like, I don't fully get the whole transgender thing. You feel what I'm saying? Because there's so many holes in like the logic of it, because the argument is that, because I was talking to my wife about this, and she was saying, oh, well, they've done studies that said that, the person has be a guy with a female brain or a woman with a male brain. And I was like, oh, so you're saying that men and women have different brains and that we're not equal? We are different. So then if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? so I'm like, if that's the case, then why is there this all? Because I'm like, one argument cancels out the other, because you got all these feminists and all these social justice warriors talking about we're all equal and men can do everything women can do, and it's not a difference. But then now you're like, but you gotta cape for the transgender people, because she's a woman and has a male brain, or he's a man and has a woman brain. But I'm like, but what difference would the brain make if we're all equal, if we're all the same fucking thing? You feel what I'm saying? Right. So which argument are we going with? You feel what I'm saying? And so,
if anything, they need to just start making all bathrooms like just a human bathroom.
Right.
You know what I'm
Unisex
saying?
bathrooms. Everybody
put urinals and toilets in every fucking bathroom.
Right. And then everybody just go in the goddamn bathroom.
Call it a fucking bathroom.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. Like, just fucking do that shit, man. It's just weird. And it's funny because I was talking about it and I was like, yo, it's like, I don't ever, because like, the argument is, and anybody who's transgender could email me or leave a comment and let me know what the deal is. But this is my thing. I always wondered, I'm saying, because I always hear the argument of the person says they feel like a woman or they feel like a guy or whatever. But I've never talked to anybody, just in general, or even with myself, like I've never had the expression of feeling like literally like a guy. Like I just feel like a person. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm just like some dude or some, like I never had the like I never woke up and was like, I'm feeling a little womanly today, or I'm feeling really like it just never happens. I don't know. It doesn't. And anything that has been said about even feeling that way, like I feel manly or I feel feminine or I feel this and feel that, usually has to deal with social constructs. So if it has to deal with social constructs, and social constructs literally don't go with reality, because social constructs are just shit that's made up. So then basically you're saying that you feel a certain way, but the way you feel is connected to a social construct which isn't real in the first place anyway. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you feel like I like blue toys because I'm a boy, or I like pink things because I'm a girl, you're going off a damn social construct. So then how do you know what I'm saying? So you're just feeling what you feel based off of conditioning, based off of what society told you were supposed to feel as a man or a woman. So are you really feeling that way, or are you conditioned to feel that way? And if you're conditioned to feel that way, is it real? You see what I'm saying? So it's just so fucking, it's all this like confusion with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like, yo, the other day, let me say this shit real quick. This shit had me like I was just baffled. Like I'm at this event, right? I'm talking to this lady, and I tell her, I'm like, yeah, I'm a dating coach, whatever. So she says to me, have you ever thought about coaching trans people, like, transgender people on dating? And I was like, well, that's not really my field, because I don't have any experience with that. You feel what I'm saying? So I wouldn't know what the fuck to tell them. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So she's like, what do you mean? That doesn't make any sense because it's all the same stuff. And I'm like, what do you mean it's all the same stuff? She was like, well, if a you know, I was like, so you trying to tell me if a guy who's transitioning or whatever, or however you say, into a woman, he turns into a woman, like, that's just a woman now? You know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, so you can teach that woman, quote unquote, how to get with guys. I'm like, really? I was like, do you want this woman to get her ass beat? You feel what I'm saying? Like what kind of shit is that? so come on, dog. Like, you trying to tell me, like, that's like me saying, yo, Miles, I'm gonna hook you up with this chick, and then you find out this chick got a dick? Like, what kind of shit is that? You feel what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense?
I'm fucking her up and I'm fucking you up.
Exactly. You feel what I'm saying?
Or him. Or, yeah, I'm just beating up everybody. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. That shit is wild. So, you know, people's on some shit, but I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like, you know, because I don't have at the end of the day, I don't have a problem with motherfuckers doing their thing, but I'm just like, what is it really about? What's going on? You feel me? So,
yo, let me just say again. These are the few reasons why I fuck with Donald Trump, though. You feel me? These are the few reasons why I fuck with the nigga. Mind you, I didn't vote for nobody because I believe everybody that was in the presidential race is devils. And I don't fuck with none of them like that.
Right.
Enough for me to go vote for them. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But little shit like this that brings all these social justice warrior ass, dumb fuck ass, emotionally charged dummies and idiotic folks back to reality. That's the type of shit I fuck with. You understand?
Right.
Because I fuck with what's real. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know what's going on inside your brain, and I don't really give a fuck.
Right.
The truth is that there's reality out here. You got a dick, you go into the men's bathroom. You got a vagina, you go into the women's bathroom. That's it.
Right. Right.
I don't know what else to tell you. The only other thing, like I said, to do is to make a universal, like make all bathrooms universal.
Right. Right. And then
because a toilet is a fucking toilet, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
A toilet is a goddamn toilet, period.
Right.
So, do what you gotta do. Just, a nigga needs to piss, or a bitch needs to piss. It is what it is.
Right.
I don't understand all of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are we really wasting time on this when fucking black people still getting killed in the streets?
Right,
You know what I'm
exactly.
Like, are we really wasting time on this when fucking kids are being molested day in, day out?
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck you, be like fuck what you think you are and what you identify with. There's a lot more serious issues going on out here.
Right.
A lot more.
It's real crazy,
you know what I'm saying?
man. It's real crazy. So, in other news, Rachel Dolezal, if you guys don't remember who that is, that's the white chick who pretended to be black or said she's black, you know, and she was with the NAACP or some shit like that. So, the story is that she's going broke and she's almost homeless because she can't find a job and all this other stuff. So
you know what? Can I say the obvious joke?
Exactly.
So the obvious joke for those of you that don't know is before she was identifying as a nigga, but now she's going broke and she can't find a job. So she really, really is a nigga.
Exactly.
Like, you feeling me?
Exactly.
That's black. She's black as they come.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
So, you know, be careful what you wish for, man. You feel what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
You know, she wanted to be the nigga. Now she getting the nigga experience. Heavy. Like,
hell yeah.
Oh, man. You see, that's what happens, bro. That's what happens. So all you white people out there, just enjoy it. You feel what I'm saying? It's okay. It's okay. Like, you know, you understand? Just enjoy the shit. You feel what I mean? There's a balance that goes on. You understand? Because I know white people, there's a lot of white people that they peep the swag out. They're like, I want to be, you know, I want to have that swag like black folks. You feel what I'm saying? But if you want the swag, you gotta have everything else that go along with it. You can't just take the swag and then keep your white shit. You understand? You can't do that. You feel what I mean? So Rachel Dolezal, she wanted the swag and she got the swag and she got everything else that went with it. You feel what I'm saying? Like you know, what's that movie, Tropic Thunder, when they said, don't go full retard? Like, She
Right.
went full nigga. You feel what I'm saying? So she's done. You feel what I mean? So I don't know, man. I don't know. You feel me? So it's crazy. But anyway, so so the last thing on the news joint, Nick Cannon, he quit America's Got Talent because he was saying some shit about he did some racist joke or something like that, and you know the powers that
No, he
be.
did. Here's what it is. What it is. He did a comedy special.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he did a comedy special. I've been looking for it too. I want to actually watch it. But he did a comedy special in which he talked about like companies. He talked about NBC and companies like NBC.
Right. And
he used them. Somebody spoke about this specific joke, but it was a joke that had to do with kind of like, how they work people as slaves and things kind of like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he mentioned the people at NBC in that type of way, and they took it as, they didn't want to be described in that type of light or setting or whatever. So they kind of shitted on his special.
Right. It was like, nah, son, you can't fuck with us like that.
What it was is, too, they started talking about, like, getting rid of him because of it.
Right.
Like, there were rumors. There were rumors of getting rid of him or not using him anymore. But before the rumors could turn into reality, he upped and quit.
Right. So, and that's the thing, man. It's like, whenever you working for motherfuckers, you feel what I'm saying? And especially, white supremacists, you feel what I'm saying? And you say some real shit, it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like they can't make that shit go down. And the thing with that situation is, I feel like at a certain point, right, you gotta stop working for motherfuckers. You feel what I'm saying? Like, right. I'm sure Nick Cannon got millions and millions of dollars where he could just do his shit literally just with his own shit, and that's it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he don't need to be under nobody. Like, because I understand maybe the checks was crazy. You feel what I mean? In that situation. But at the end of the day, it's like, yo, like, you could really do your own thing. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't like the nigga was working at fucking Walmart or something. You know what I mean? Like, he need that job. Like, you don't need that shit. Like, you could do your own thing and be good. You feel what I'm saying? So I commend him for being on that shit where he's like, fuck y'all, I'm gonna do my thing. You feel what I'm saying? Because I was reading some article where he said that this wasn't the first time where they sort of tried to put him in his place. You feel what I'm saying? So
wow.
Yeah, so imagine there's a lot of shit that goes behind the scenes that we don't see or know. You feel what I'm saying? So he's probably just sick of that shit. He's like, man, fuck these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And it's funny because they had this picture going around online of Nick Cannon. He was walking around at some basketball game, and then it was like Beyonce and Jay-Z was on the floor side seats, and they were giving him this look like, like, damn, like, this nigga really doing it. You feel what I'm saying? And they had this nervous look on their face, like, like how someone admires you, but at the same time, they ain't trying to fuck with you because they don't want to be associated with that shit. That's how they gave him that look. Like, they looked at him like they was respecting him, but at the same time, they was like, yo, we need to get this fucking paper from these white folks. So Jay-Z and Beyonce ain't trying to, tip the scales too much. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what they on. You know what I mean? But Nick Cannon's like, fuck it. You feel what I mean? And you gotta understand, man, Nick Cannon been through some shit. You feel me? Like, a whole bunch of motherfuckers that don't respect this guy for whatever reason. You feel what I'm saying? He had to deal with Mariah Carey for who knows how long. You feel what I mean? And it's just like, he's trying to make this shit go down. And Nick Cannon to me just seems like a real dude. You feel what I'm saying? So, and it's hard being a real dude in a fake ass situation and industry like that. So, I hope shit turns out good for this guy. And I hope, they don't give him the Prince and the who else the Michael Jackson treatment. Exactly. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So watch out for that dude. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, So anyway, before we go to break, we're gonna go into a subscriber email real quick. And so this one says, hey, Mr. Locario, I have 2 questions. One being, how the hell do you attract women? Please say I'm not an ugly, he said, people say I'm not an ugly guy. I work out, but for some reason, I don't know how to. Also, I have social anxiety when it comes to females, but when I'm around my friends, I'm totally myself. So when it comes to women, I act this way. I also have limiting beliefs holding me back. For example, I think I need muscles to be a certain height or some type of external thing in order to get women. I really want to figure this stuff out because I'm not getting any younger. I'm getting older. Okay, see, you ever read somebody's question and they're answering their own question? You know what
That's
I'm
what I'm about to say.
Like,
Nigga
dude.
answer all his own fucking questions.
I'm like, dude,
nigga, your beliefs are holding you back, obviously. Like,
right?
stop
You know what I'm saying?
bullshitting.
Exactly. Like
Stop
that's
bullshitting and kill yourself.
that's really all it is.
Or either kill yourself or get around your limiting beliefs.
Right. It's all it is. Like,
Hey,
dude.
let me tell you something, son. Now, I went to church this morning, right?
Right.
And it's funny. It's funny because don't get it twisted. I'm not a religious person. I'm really not a religious person.
Right.
But I can't deny when the niggas talking real shit. You
Right.
understand
Right.
me? And a lot of times these preaching niggas be talking real shit. Now, I'm gonna tell you the main reason why I do go to church is because the pastor is just starting up his church and he needs somebody to come in and do videography for his sermon.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's like, because you know you got the 80-20 rule. That's the 80% of the reason why I come to church. But 20% is because the nigga could preach. But that's besides the point.
Mm.
The nigga was talking real shit today. The message of his shit was, nothing is impossible.
Right. Right.
And the nigga said, you know what the nigga said? That what I would say to this dude on the email?
Mm.
The preacher said, do something.
Mm.
Do something, and don't be afraid to be. He said a lot of you are not even trying because you're afraid to be embarrassed.
Right.
He said do something because if he said the worst thing that could happen if you do something is that it might not go right, but at least you'll learn one way that whatever you want is not going to work for you.
Right.
You understand? So do something. Don't see a girl and not talk to her and not do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Do something.
Right.
And then learn from your experience, because at the very least you're going to learn something. You're going to experience something that you would not have experienced if you didn't do anything. So the point is to do something. Try.
Right.
You understand? And see, a lot of times these young dudes and these niggas who don't have a lot of experience with females, they see a female and she's so pretty and blah blah blah, but it's like, and they don't want to do anything to fuck up the situation because, oh my God, she's so pretty, she's so hot.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, my nigga, there are billions, not millions, billions of hot women out there.
Right.
Or women that you'll at least find attractive. Billions. There's almost 8 billion people on this planet. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So don't worry about that shit.
Right. Pretty much.
You try some shit with one bitch and it don't work out, next bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Real fucking talk.
That's the advice I got for this nigga. Like, stop going into your limiting beliefs. You can have as many women as you want to have, but you gotta speak up. You gotta talk. You gotta say something. You gotta do something.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta run up on that bitch and be like, oh, you know what? I was watching this TED Talk the other day, and the lady said, how can we cut out small talk and get to big talk?
Right.
And she
Right.
said one of the best ways to do that is to, when you meet somebody, the first question you ask them is, what do you want to do before you die? Because it's a way to get them to talk about the thing that's most important to them.
Right.
You understand? Because when you start to think about the fact that one day you're going to die, that's when you start to consider, wow, I need to do this, and this before I die. You understand?
Right.
So if you want to cut out all the bullshit and get to what's important about a person, the next time you see that cute girl that you want to talk to, go up to her and say, "Hey, how you doing? My name is Brian. I just wanted to ask you a serious question. What do you want to do before you die?"
Right.
And then let that bitch talk her fucking face off. Talk her fucking face off. You know what I'm saying? You stand there, listen to her, and the next thing you know, you setting up a date for Friday night. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Real talk, man.
Don't be a dick, son. Don't be a dick. Don't contact the Bad Boy Show answering your own dumb fucking questions and think niggas is gonna be sweet about this shit, son. Go get yourself the How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day book. Sign up for the Bad Boy membership and stop being a dick and start talking to these bitches out here and get what you're supposed to get out this life before you die.
Right. And yo, you know what's the funny part about this whole shit that I always find funny, like, all the time? Because, like, dudes, they'll send me questions and I'm like, okay, dude, I got like over 1,200 videos on YouTube. Over 1,200 videos, and you ask me, how do you attract women? Over 12, and that's the free shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, and then if you want to get even more detailed, I'm like, yo, there's books, DVDs, audio programs, and the Bad Boy membership. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is that if you really want it to happen, you would make it happen. It's there. You feel what I'm saying? It's like the equivalent of somebody standing in the gym and saying, yo, how do I work out, or how do I lose weight and stuff? It's like, dude, you're here. Like, everything is at your disposal. You're just not taking initiative to actually do the things you need to do to make it happen. You feel what I'm saying? Like, right. It's all around you. I'm like, man, so and that goes for a lot of you guys out there.
Listen, homies, look, I'm sorry. These chicks is not going to come suck your dick just because you're standing there. I'm sorry.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
It's just not really going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Exactly.
They're not just going to come go out on dates with you. They're not going to meet you at your favorite spot and be on a date with you and holler at you and talk with you. It's the world we live in. Chicks, for the most part, do not approach men.
Right.
It's just the world we live in.
Right.
So you gotta look at reality and go with it. But if you need one thing, if you need one fucking PUA strategy to go figure out how to talk to a woman and have a serious conversation with a bitch, do what I told you. Ask that bitch what would she like to do before she died. And at least at the very least, that could get you with a decent conversation started.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, one good way to figure out if the chick is interested in you is if she says, "How about you? What do you want to do before you die?" Right. You understand? But come on, man, stop playing around, man. We got the Bad Boy membership. We got How to Have 62 Women a Day. We got the seminar. Yo, tell them about the seminar. Son.
Exactly. The seminar is coming up March 25th, 2017 in New York City in Times Square. All right. So you guys got to do is go to MrLocario.com to get your tickets today. Okay. There are a few tickets left. Make sure you guys get those tickets. All right. And so look, we're going to take a quick break. Right. And when we come back, we're going to be talking about the importance of having game. All right. So, this is going to go great for the guy who just sent the email, because we're going to be breaking down what game is, why you need to understand the game and learn the game and all that other good stuff. Right. So you guys are listening to The Bad Boy Show. Do you want to learn the easiest way to have more sex with more women? Then get the critically acclaimed book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. In this book, you'll learn everything you need to know about attracting and sleeping with beautiful women. That's How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Get your copy today at MrLocario.com. That's MrLocario.com. MrLocario.com. Are you an actor who needs headshots? Do you have an event or a wedding coming up and you need a photographer? If you do, make sure you go to PavionPhoto.com. Pavion is a professional photographer who will supply you with high-quality video and photography services for any event. Contact him at PavionPhoto.com. That's PAVION Photo.com. PavionPhoto.com. All right, people, we are back. We are back on The Bad Boy Show.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be talking about, the importance of having game? Okay. So first of all, cause it's funny because a lot of people sort of still get confused about, game. They're like, what does that even mean? How do you what does having game mean and all this other stuff? So first of all, having game let's take it even back further, right? What you got to understand is this, because, you hear people say, oh, you ain't got no game, and oh, he got game and all this other stuff. What you got to understand is everybody on earth, every person, even you who's listening, whoever, everybody has game. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody, right? What you have to understand is if your game is weak or if it's strong. You understand? Is your game weak or is it tight? That's what it's really about. So usually when people have weak game, they say they don't have any game, and when a person says a person has tight game or their game is strong, that means that they have game. You understand? But everybody technically has game. But what is game, right? Or what is having game? So basically, having game is you having a skill or strategy in order to get what you want. That's the simple way to put it. You understand? And so what we talk about on here mostly is the dating game. You understand? So it's the skill and strategy to get what you want in the dating game, right? Now, the thing you got to understand also is there's a difference between having game, playing games, and actually what the game is. So you have the game, you have having game, and then you have playing games. Okay. So the game is life. That's what the game is. You understand what I'm saying? When we say the game, we're talking about life, right? Now, having game, again, is the skill and strategy to get what you want in life, right? Now, playing games is when a person is trying to manipulate or do some goofy shit in order to get attention or in order to sort of manipulate someone into giving them what they want. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the difference. And so a lot of times when people hear game, they get, or when they say having game, they get having game confused with playing games. So when you say, yo, you need to step up your game, they're like, well, I got to play games for? I don't want to play games. Why can't I, this? And I'm like, no, you don't understand the game. You understand? You don't understand this life. You understand? So we're trying to get you to understand, what this is and why it's important for you to understand this, and also important for you to have tight game and to have strong game, because if you are strong within your game, that, then that's when you're going to actually get what you want. And this goes all across the fucking board in life. This is not just even about getting with women. This is about everything. So if you're the type of guy who's trying to make some paper, trying to get some money and, build a business or whatever it is, you have to be on top of your game. You got to be on top of your business game. Your business game has to be strong. You feel what I'm saying? If you're trying to get with women, your dating game has to be strong. You understand? If you are the type of person who is like into sports or whatever, your sports game has to be strong. You feel what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck you're doing, this shit has to be strong, right? So the thing is first understanding that there is the actual game, there is the life that you're living. And then when you're trying to make things happen within that, that is you stepping up your game or you continuing to be weak in your game. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the thing that, most people don't really like understand when it comes to this. You understand? And the thing is that you have a lot of guys out here who think that they don't need to understand game, or they think that, having game or the game or whatever doesn't exist. They're like, I see it a lot on message boards. Dudes be emailing me. They're like, yo, what are you talking about this game stuff? It's all about looks. It's all about money. It's all about status and all this other stuff. Right. And see, the thing is that if you're trying to use your money to get girls, that's also game. You understand what I'm saying? But what you got to understand is that there's always going to be a balance in the game. So if you're using your money to get women just strictly off your money or whatever, what happens is that you're going to, in order for you to get girls, then what's going to be taken away from you is the money. You feel what I'm saying? So you can't get the women unless you give the money or you have the money. So, and the thing is that the money is going to be taken away from you the more you're trying to get women. So if you want women, you're going to have to let go of your money. If you want to keep your money, you can't have any women. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because that's how your game is operating. You see what I'm saying? This is why when we talk about even looks, when a guy is good looking, because there are going to be women who they'll see a guy, they're like, oh my God, he's so sexy, he's so hot, whatever, and they'll be attracted to him because of that. And a few might sleep with him just off the strength of him looking good, right? But what happens is that when a guy relies too much on his looks and just being good looking for his game, what happens is that he basically just uses that to try to get girls. But then what happens is that when a girl doesn't think he's like the best looking guy or that attractive or whatever, and he wants that girl or he wants this other girl and they're not sweating him, you understand? He can't get them because he only used his looks to try to attract women. So he doesn't know how to fucking talk to girls and really get them interested besides just the looks. So what's happening is there's that balance there where, okay, you got shit going on because of your looks, but since you don't have actually, verbal game and know how to interact with women, then you're not going to be able to get them on that front. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times when guys talk about looks and money and status and all that, yeah, I'm like, that's cool. That should be a bonus. You understand what I'm saying? On top of you being able to know how to maneuver with women in general, meaning them being attracted to you because of who you are, period. You understand what I'm saying? And you are the person who's able to control that by stepping up what you should do in order to attract women. And this is why we talk about learning the game, because that's what any guy basically could do regardless of his looks or his money or his status. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's the part that guys don't understand. It's not just about that. It's about if you have those things, then use it. Yeah, if you look good, fucking use that shit to your advantage. If you got money and you could do a whole bunch of extra shit with your money, use that shit to your advantage. If you got status and all that, use that shit to your advantage, because that's part of you using that to the advantage of, you having the game or whatever you're doing, with that. But at the end of the day, every guy...
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say that I was at the mall today, and I saw a fat, bald nigga walking with this thick, sexy, bad bitch. And I was like, how the fuck?
Right, exactly.
And I remembered. the nigga probably had some game. And let me tell you something. I just want to say real quick, too. It's not always about, because a lot of niggas think, like, and when you say a dude's game is tight,
right,
that he gotta be like the most charming, wittiest, funniest nigga out there. Like, no. A lot of when a nigga's game is tight, it's just because he went harder than the next dude.
Right.
You understand? Meaning the next dude talked to 5 girls and gave up and went home.
Right.
But that next dude with the game had also, he didn't just have game, he had endurance and perseverance. So he stayed out and hollered at 25, 30 damn chicks until he found that one that was cooperating with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And again, that's strategy. You feel what I'm saying? That's a strategy, because see, what you got to understand, and this is the part of the game that guys get fuck up on, is that too many times guys are comparing themselves to other men. You feel what I'm saying? So they'll see a guy and they'll say, you know what? Oh, I see him, he got this girl and that girl, and he got that hot girl there because he has a lot of money, or he has this, or whatever the fuck it was that you think he did to get her, right? But my question always is that what does what he's doing have to do with you? You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you need to do what you need to do for you in order to get what you need to get for you. So it's the same logic as if, let's say, if you're trying to get a job because you want to make some money and, eat. You understand what I'm saying? So if you see somebody else with a job, you could bitch and moan and hate on the person and get mad that he got a job and you don't. That's all good and well, but at the end of the day, what does that do for you? You still need a job and you still need to get money so you could do what you need to do for you. So instead of focusing on him, you have to focus on what can I do for myself to get where I need to go. You understand? And if you are going to focus on that guy, you need to focus on what he's doing that might be working for him and see if you can do something else for you that can be sort of comparable to that that can help you out in your situation. You see what I'm saying? So everything has to come back to you and you figuring out what you need to get for your situation. So for example, like you were saying, Miles, before, where you have that one guy who talked to 5 chicks and then just went home. And then you got the other guy who talked to, 25 chicks. That guy who talked to 25 chicks, he might say, oh, you know what? I noticed every 25 women I talk to, I get at least 1 or 2. You feel what I'm saying? So then he's figured out a strategy that works for him, right? But there could be another guy who every 10 girls he talks to, he gets 1. So now that guy who was talking to 25 women, would it make sense for him to kick and moan and scream and bitch about the fact that this other guy only talked to 10 women and he got 1 and he had to talk to 25 and he got, 1 is like, oh, how come he only gets to talk to 10 and I got to talk to 25? It don't fucking matter. You understand what I'm saying? Do what you need to do to get what you need to get. You feel what I'm saying? And the point is that you understand or you learn things to help your strategy, to build your skills in order for you to get better at the whole game. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's the thing. So that guy who is talking to 25 chicks, he might need to, end up only talking to 10 girls. And then at one point, he might need to only talk to 5 chicks because now he understands himself. He's better equipped in the game. He's more confident. He's had a whole bunch of fucking practice. You understand? And that's why he's where he's at. You feel what I mean? Because he actually, understood what he needed to do. You feel me? So, and that's the reason why a lot of guys don't really go anywhere, because they're so worried about or focused on some other dude. And they think, oh, well, I don't look like him, so I can't make it. Or I don't have this, so I can't get a girl. So then they don't even try to do shit. Just like the guy that sent the email earlier. You feel what I'm saying? The dude that sent the email earlier, his whole thing was, oh, I feel this way. And I feel like it's because I don't have muscles, which is why I'm not getting girls. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And see, it's all in his mind. You know what I mean?
Yo, can I say something too? Can I say something again? Let me say something again, son. Let me tell you something, son. Let me tell you something, son. Are you listening? Are you motherfuckers listening? Are you motherfuckers listening? Listen, Donald Trump is the president of the United States. Let me say that shit again. Donald Trump, the nigga who got $1 million from his pops, went bankrupt 4 or 5 times. He's pretty much an idiot. Like, straight fucking idiot, my nigga. Like, straight idiot. Like,
right.
Nigga, I don't even know. I don't think he has a college degree. You understand?
Right.
Went bankrupt, failed mad times at business. Is now a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
But again, he is the president of the United fucking States.
Right.
I don't want to hear can't. I don't want to hear can't ever again. Like, can't don't exist to me at this point.
Right, exactly.
The word can't don't exist to me at this point, son.
Oh, man.
Because if Donald fucking reality show dumbass nigga type failing ass businessman Trump can be president of the United States, then I'm sure you could get a fine looking bitch to suck your dick. I'm sure.
Right.
Sure.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure of it.
Exactly. Fucking exactly. I'm like, yo.
Can't don't exist. Can't don't exist no more because Donald Trump is fucking president. Like, I just want to point out, do you ever listen to Donald Trump talk about himself and how he uses words like tremendous and amazing and exciting?
Right.
Especially when he's referring to himself.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And to the point where it sounds delusional, my nigga.
Right.
To the average person, it sounds delusional, but that's a part of his game. He believes amazing things about himself that no one else believed, and the motherfucker became president of the United States.
Right.
I don't care if you want to say the election was rigged or it was Illuminati or conspiracy or whatever. The fact still remains: Donald fucking Trump is the president of the United States.
Right. And
so I don't want to hear chance ever again.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. And that's the thing. In a lot of it, it's about that mindset, yo, because, a lot of times, like, the reason why certain guys get women is mainly because that mindset, because the way you think is going to jumpstart how you take action. You feel what I'm saying? So if you keep thinking, oh, well, I'm not good enough, I don't look this way, I don't have this, I don't have that, yada, 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 and oh, it's not about game, it's about looks, it's about this and about that, then you're basically creating that reality you stuck in. Is that simple? Because just like you said, Miles, you was walking and you seen some goofy ass looking dude with a bad chick, you understand? You see that and then you're like, then that's when you realize that you bullshitting yourself. You know what I'm saying? I remember I said that before too. I was like, you see this type of shit happen, and then you realize you bullshitting yourself, or what you're gonna do is try to rationalize it and say, oh well, it's because he probably has money or this and this and that. Like you keep trying to run away from the game. You're trying to run away from life. You understand? You're trying to run away from reality, and the reality is the reason why shit is not popping off is because you are not doing what you need to do for you. You feel what I'm saying? Because ain't all that other shit you seeing where other people are doing stuff, it doesn't matter. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the thing that that's the thing that people don't understand. So like, let's say for sake of argument, right? Let's say for sake of argument, some chick you liked, right? Like some other dude because she thought he was like good looking, right? And now you're upset, like, oh my God, you see, it's all about looks, and she likes him. She likes him because he looks good. Now, let's say she does like him because he looks good, right? What does that have to do with you getting your situation handled? You feel what I'm saying? What does it have to do with you? You feel me? And so that's the part that you really got to understand, and that's what the game is about. The game is about you figuring out what you need to do for you. Period. Do you understand what I'm saying? Period. It's to the point where, like you were saying, where how Donald Trump will say, oh, I'm amazing, I'm the best, I'm this, I'm that. And he kept going, he kept doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do because he believed in himself, to the point where he just made this shit happen because he wanted to see himself striving to be in a certain position. So you have to have that insane amount of confidence that no matter what, you understand, to the point where it could be a fact. It could be a fact of life, or, it could be a scientific fact that you have to be super, super good looking or you won't get a chick, right? And your confidence has to be so great that you say, fuck that shit. I'm still going to get chicks that I want. I'm still going to make it happen. Even if it's a fucking fact that you got to be the best looking guy and you're not the best looking guy, you have to be able to say, fuck that. I got to do what I got to do to get what I need to get. You feel what I'm saying? Or what I want. And I'm going to figure out a way to do it. I'm going to make it happen.
Let me bring it back to the election for a second.
Right.
Let me bring it back, right? And it goes with what you're saying. Think about this. Donald Trump kept saying, if I win the presidency, it'll be the best presidency ever. I'm going to be the best president ever. It's going to be tremendous. It's going to be amazing. I'm the best guy. I'm the best qualified to be president. It's awesome. I'm perfect. I'm Donald Trump. It's the best. It's tremendous, right?
Right.
But what the fuck was Hillary saying the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
She kept saying how horrible Trump was.
Right. Mm-hmm.
She kept worrying about the next man.
Mm-hmm.
Just like how you keep looking at the next dude talking about, oh, he looked like this, or he got money, or blah, blah, blah.
Right.
The whole time Donald Trump was like, yo, I'm going to be the man. I'm the best president ever.
Right.
Good. Donald Trump, tremendous, amazing.
Right.
And fucking Hillary was like, oh, of course you're going to pick me because Donald Trump is so horrible.
Right.
And she fucking lost.
Right.
Because not once did I really hear her say how great she was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She didn't really run her campaign on that. She ran her campaign on how horrible Trump was, or how horrible she thought Trump was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When the whole time Trump was telling everybody, yo, let's make America great again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember fucking Hillary's slogan.
Right. She didn't hang out his slogan.
I remember this nigga's slogan, though.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's exactly what you're talking about. You can't be looking at the next man. You got to look at what you need to do to get what you want.
Right. And that's what the fucking game is. Like, yo, like the other day, I put up this video and it was titled A Message to Men Who Are Sick of Women, right? And so I was basically saying, like, yo, you got a lot of guys out here who they're frustrated with the game because, they've been dealing with chicks and shit ain't been going right. And it's like, I understand that aspect and blah, 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 blah. So this dude writes a comment on the joint. He says, He says, "Oh, don't listen to this guy, Mr. Locario. He's a dating coach, so he's just trying to sell you stuff and yada yada yada." Right now, what you got to understand is this. Of course, I'm trying to sell you stuff. This is a business. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be like, no, of course I'm trying to sell you stuff, right? But the point is that if you're focusing on that, you're missing the whole point, right? You should not give a fuck about what I'm trying to do. You should give a fuck about what you're trying to do, which is get the game. You feel what I'm saying? So me selling or not selling has nothing to do with you. You see what I'm saying? What has to do with if I sell 1 million copies of my book or I sell one or I sell none, that's not going to make a difference in your life. You feel what I'm saying? At all. It's not going to make one difference. What's going to make a difference is if you take the game, apply it to you, and then use what you need to do to get where you need to go. And that's what's going to change your life. That's what you should focus on. So if the guy up there focusing on the fact that I'm coaching people and I'm actually making a living, I don't even know why that's an issue, first of all. But anyway, I'm like, what does that have to do with him trying to get where he needs to go, where he's trying to go? You feel what I'm saying? And so that's the thing that you got to focus on. You got to focus on your shit. You got to focus on you. Because when you're not focusing on you, you're busy paying attention to some other shit that's, that has nothing to do with you. And then you're not getting where you need to go. You're not improving. Nothing's working for you. Nothing's happening. And you're just going around in a circle. You understand? Just feeling sorry for yourself. And I'm just like, man, like this shit, it gets me sad every time I see that stuff, because a lot of times you have so many guys out there with this defeatist attitude when it comes to the game and actually attracting women and making this stuff happen. And a lot of it has to do with them not realizing that they need to do what they got to do for themselves. You feel what I'm saying? So, it's crazy. It's just fucking crazy. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, yo, this shit is just insane. So you guys, when you're trying to make shit happen, you have to really focus on what you need to do to make it happen for you. Cause what's that saying they have where it says, what you eat don't make me shit? Is that the saying or something like that? Like
that's the saying,
right?
Or who you fuck don't make me come.
Exactly. You feel what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. It's like, yo, like, dude, like, you got to focus on what you're trying to do. That's what the game is about. The game is about you figuring out what you need to do for your life in order for you to get the things you want in your life. Period. That's it.
You remember the question I told you that the pastor was saying? It was the TED Talk. Remember the question? It was,
right.
What do you want to do before you die?
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, ask yourself that question. You know what I mean?
Right.
When you have a true answer to that question, that's a part of realizing your purpose. Mm-hmm. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
That's a part of realizing your purpose. So ask yourself that question before you even worry about asking a bitch that question. Ask yourself that question. Real talk.
Right. Exactly. But anyway, that's pretty much it. That's all I had to say for today. Anything else, Miles, you want to say before we get out of here?
Yo, man, www.thebadboymembership.com.
Exactly.
We got the seminar coming up. We got the books. We can go to MrLocario.com. Check out all the products, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, get on that. Yeah, we trying to sell you something, nigga. Yeah. ain't nobody shying away from that shit. And this is a fucking business.
Right,
but
exactly.
Y'all niggas need the fucking game, or else y'all wouldn't be asking these damn questions. You
right.
understand? So shit is real out here, and ain't nobody hiding from it. Yeah, this is a business. Niggas is trying to sell you shit.
Right,
but
right.
do you need it or do you not?
Right.
Ask yourself that fucking question, man.
Right, and that's the important shit. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, and that's the important shit, because when you do buy the stuff, it ain't even about Mr. Locario. It ain't about Miles Cunningham. Like, fuck us. It's about you. That's what I'm saying. That's the point you gotta understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. So when you buy a book or you listen to a video, whatever it is, that's all about you. You feel what I'm saying? That's about you getting the knowledge. You feel what I mean? Like, it ain't about me.
Yep.
Like, who cares about what I'm doing and what? Nah, when you watch a video and you click on something and you want to know some information, that's just going into your brain so that it helps you do what you got to do the next day or tomorrow with this chick you trying to holler at. That's all it is. And once you start focusing more on that, that's when you gonna really make shit happen. Stay off these fucking message boards with these loser ass motherfuckers talking about, oh, it's all about looks and it's all about money and oh, you got it. Nah, you going around in circles, homie. You feel what I'm saying? And you ain't really making shit pop. So you gotta make sure that you focus on your shit, focus on your game, and focus on making shit happen for you. You feel me? So that's pretty much it. Guys, make sure that you click the link below, get tickets to the Bad Boy Seminar on March 25th, 2017. All right, so we out of here, people. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We gone. Later.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.